Hello everyone, I am Nakshatra Gupta from learntogether.com, and in the series of Access and Identity Management, today I will be telling you about the multi-factor authentication in Salesforce. We will be implementing multi-factor authentication in our developer edition org. And before we directly implement it, let us understand the theoretical perspective of multi-factor authentication. So, multi-factor authentication, commonly also known as two-factor authentication, is considered as a dynamic password and acts as an extra layer of security to make sure that genuine users are logging into the account. So what happens is in general authentication, you are provided with your username and password. Once you provide your username and password, you are directly logged into the account in which you are trying to log in. But sometimes hacker or some mischievous uh, uh, people try to get your password, and what happens next is your account is at the stake of getting hacked because they know the username and password. So what two-factor or multi-factor authentication does is it just lets you to get an extra layer of security. Now you add your username and password, and after that a screen will be prompted wherein you need to enter a security code that is sent to your mobile or email. So when you add it, then only you are able to log in into the account. So there are many types of two-factor authentication. Some are hardware tokens and biometric, in which you get a key which is used to generate authentication or verification code based on your fingerprint or thumbprint scanning. Some type of two-factor authentication include software token or push notification. So there are many authenticator applications like Salesforce Authenticator, Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. These are used to send you a push notification or access token whenever you try to log in. So when you log in, you receive a push notification from these application wherein there is a time-based one-time password which you need to enter in the second screen. The third is SMS, text, or voice-based two-factor authentication. It is simple OTP which is sent to you via SMS or via call, and you need to type that OTP as a second password. Now there are service-based and policy-based 2FA also, which are implemented in the Salesforce org by itself. Just like whenever you try to log in with a new browser or a different IP address, it always prompts you to send to just enter the OTP which is sent to your registered mail ID. So these are the common types of two-factor authentication implementation. Now, today what we will be doing, we will be using Salesforce Authenticator app, and we will implement this two-factor authentication into our developer edition org. So directly I will take you to my developer edition. So now I have logged in into my developer edition org, and to implement the multi-factor authentication, first we need to check that in our session settings we have this multi-factor authentication in high assurance set or not. So I'll click on session settings, and I'll check that yeah, so it is in high assurance. So make sure you have done this. It might be like this in your org, so you need to select it and add it into the high assurance and then save it. So this is the prerequisite number one thing you need to do. The second is you need to create a permission set. So I'll create a permission set to just give a multi-factor authentication permission for the user. So I'll click on new, and I give it a name. For example, I'll give it for MFA for user. The API name will be automatically populated. MFA is multi-factor authentication. Here in description, I will give for MFA multi-factor authentication. Now, the user for which I will be implementing multi-factor authentication is of the license Salesforce platform. So I'll select Salesforce platform as the license. Now I have this permission set created. Now I have to assign the multi-factor authentication for login interface permission in this permission set. So I'll click on edit, and after clicking on edit, when I go, I'll see that I'll search here multi-factor authentication for user interface login. So this is the permission, and it is written that requires users to provide an additional verification method in addition to their username and password when logging into the Salesforce org. So this permission is required. So I'll click on edit. I have opened in a new tab. So once I click on edit, I will get the option to click on the checkbox of the multi-factor authentication. So this is the multi-factor authentication for user interface login. I will check this checkbox and I'll click on save. So we have given this multi-factor authentication for login interfaces permission to our permission set, which is MFA for user. Click on save. Now let's go to the permission set. Yeah. So again, I have to assign the users who will be using this permission set. So under add assignment, I'll click. I'll choose my user. So this 2FA user new, I will be assigning this users, and again, see it is standard platform user. So I'll assign it. Done. So this user has been assigned this permission set. So we will try to now log in with the user. The username for this user is n2f@user.com. So quickly I will log out from my admin account. Now, now I will be logging in with the user's credential of the user to which I have given the permissions for the multi-factor authentication, and the username for that user is n2f@user.com, and I'll type in the password. As soon as I type the password and click on the login, I will be redirected to this image where it is saying that I need to connect Salesforce Authenticator app. So for it, I will have Authenticator app already installed, Salesforce Authenticator app. I'll click on add an account, and I'll get a two-word phrase which is detailed play. So I'll type it detailed play. So these two-word phrases are required to connect your org with the Authenticator app. As soon as I click on the connect, it will ask me to approve the connection. So yeah, I have got this approval. So I'll click on connect. As soon as I click on connect, it will say that your account is added, and we got this green check sign. So this means that my account is added in the Google Authenticator app. So now again, what I'll do, I'll log out, and we'll see how this authentication works. Is it working fine or not? So just again, I will type the details for the user. I will type the password, and we'll see that it will ask us to authenticate in the authenticator app. And yes, we again got this approval for this authentication, so I'll approve it. And once I click on approve, it will be redirected to my org, which is the N2FA user. So it is asking me to enroll in the lightning login. That we can do it later also by going in the user settings. So I'll click on remind me later, and you see that we have successfully logged into the new 2FA users. So this way, this authentication works. Without the multi-factor authentication, I will show you that it's not easy. It's not possible to have a two-factor authentication. See, for this user, we do not have a multi-factor authentication, so this user will be directly logged in into the account after the password. So this is how this multi-factor authentication works. So that's all for this multi-factor authentication and how to implement it in the Salesforce using Salesforce Authenticator app. Again, we can use the Microsoft Authenticator and Google Authenticator for the same. And to do that, we need to go to the user detail page, like the advanced user setting, and there we will have this option to connect with the Google Authenticator app. So we can do the same and use the Google Authenticator app also to authenticate and have the second factor authentication for our org. So this is how we add an extra security layer. So that's all for the multi-factor authentication and its implementation in Salesforce. Hope you like the video and you find it knowledge, you find it interesting and